Okay, guys, good morning. Okay, so we have an awesome call today. It is September 10th. So thank you all for waking up early this Saturday morning and joining us. Good morning, Heather. All right, let me screen share here just because I want to show a few things before we get started. Can you guys give me a thumbs up? Can you see my screen? Okay, perfect. Now if I can just find my, oh, here it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so today's call, we have our guest speaker, Miss Amy, who is going to talk to us about structure and mindset, having a schedule, things like that. So I am super excited to hear from her this morning. I am very happy and proud that she said yes when I asked her. Because I know this is totally out of her comfort zone. I know how nerve-wracking getting on these calls can be, but I'm super proud of her for taking that initiative to step out of her comfort zone and do this for us this morning. So make sure you guys have paper out and take some notes. I wanted to introduce our 2 new coaches so far this month. So far, you guys are doing awesome this month. We already have new coach members. We already have people that we're helping with the lifestyle journey, so that is fantastic. Excuse me. I wanted to give one last shout out to everybody from last month. I am still in awe at how much our team has grown, how much we've come together as a family, and we're helping each other hit those goals. I am super excited. Heather, I have a little gift for you for hitting Success Club. So next time we do our lunch or whatever, I will bring that to you. But I just wanted to give a big, huge congrats to everybody. I mean, as a team, we changed 30 lives last month. And by changing it, I just mean that we helped them get started with their lifestyle change journey. So the fact that as a team, we came together to help 30 individuals, some of them decided to join our team. Some of them are doing the lifestyle portion, not both. But either way, 30 lives just from our team. That to me is amazing. So I just wanted to give one final shout out from everybody that worked super hard last month. Let's keep that momentum this month. I have a couple gifts in mind for the people that hit Success Club. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I do send little gifts in the mail. You guys will get surprises in the mail from me just for that little extra thank you for working so hard and for reaching out and helping so many people. We have these 2 wonderful ladies that already have points on the board for September. So great job to Amy and Natalie for already helping one person each this month. I want to see a lot more names on that board. I want to beat it. I want to help 40 people this month as a team, because if we can do 30, we can do 40. So let's shoot for us helping 40 people together as a team this month. I know that we can do it. We can easily do that. So let's get out there. Let's talk to more people. Let's add more people to our network, and let's help those 40 people this month. Okay, this is right around the corner. I just want to make sure everyone is registered. If you don't know how to register, Super Saturday for the newer coaches that are on the call, this is a quarterly event. As a team, we started running it. This will be our second one. So for the local coaches, we do run one here in Broward County now, and it'll be ongoing for our team. So we will be hosting it. Our hopes is to get 100 people to our Super Saturday this time, because then the GetFitCrew will be starting a Broward Council with corporate. So we are pushing for that 100 people. But if you are not local, there's Super Saturdays everywhere. So how to find that is you go into your back office, you log into your account, and you go under the coach back office page. Under there, it's all the way to the right. You'll see events. Click on events and then go to Super Saturday. There will be a map. You can put your state or your zip code or whatever, and it'll be a map, and it'll have little tabs, like little thumbtacks, showing you where Super Saturdays are in your state. And you can find the one closest to you, and you click on the tab. It'll tell you who is hosting it, the link for the event so you can buy your tickets, and where the event is being held. These events are very, very important. There's a lot of good information, a lot of training. You get first information on new products coming out, new programs coming out. You get to try the new programs sometimes. So they're very, very important to get to as many events as you can, especially if your goal in this business is to build a business at home and to help as many people as possible. You need to get to these events and get to these trainings and learn as much as you can. Plus, just the fact of being surrounded by all that positivity and all that. Like, I know we had fun at our very first one. We're going to do a photo booth each time so people can take pictures. They can utilize the pictures for their business or just to have fun. So make sure you get to these events. Plus, you get to meet other people. So as I was saying, this is our second Super Saturday. We actually have 3 guest speakers this time. I'm super excited. We had 1 guest speaker for our first one. We're going to have 3 guest speakers, 2 of which are coaches. One is on, they're kind of both on our team in our big umbrella. One, her upline is Scotty Hobbs, and the other one, I believe her upline is Jenna, or someone on Jenna's team. So I would love to see a lot of our local coaches at this second event. It will help support. It's kind of nerve-wracking to be standing up there, little old me standing up there talking to all those people. But just knowing that our team is out there, it makes it a little bit easier, because then I could just stare at our team members and it makes it a little bit less nerve-wracking to be up there talking. But I'm super excited to do it. I have the link here. I'll post the link on our page again later so you guys can get your tickets. Get your tickets now. There's also tickets half price to bring a guest. This is not just for coaches. If you have challengers that seem very interested in everything, or even if they just want to come do a live workout, just bring them along. It doesn't have to be, even if they're not a challenger yet, but there's somebody that's interested in what you've been doing, that they talk to you a lot about it. Bring them along. Let them see what Beachbody is all about. Here are our guest speakers for our Super Saturday event. So we have Allison and Lisa that are both Beachbody coaches. And then a friend of mine, Melissa, I met through Facebook. She is actually a life coach and a motivational speaker. So she is going to speak at our event about things like that. And about, motivating yourself and, things about life. And then she's going to be there to be able to talk to other coaches in case some coaches are looking for life coaches. I'm actually speaking to her about that as well. I know a lot of top coaches will have like a life coach, somebody that kind of guides them with certain things in their business. So she would be somebody good to talk to about that. So I'm super excited to hear the 3 of these ladies speak. But right now, I'm excited to hear this lady speak. Okay, so Amy and I have known each other since high school time, so I will not age ourselves and tell you how long ago that was. But she is a busy mom. She is GetFitCrew's diamond coach. She works part-time at a veterinarian place. She works for the local coaches, it's right across from Cooper City. It's that emergency vet place. She works there. I've actually taken one of my dogs there. For her, family first, as it is for all of us on this call. She is a lover of shoes and tattoos and tigers and anything glitter. And she is an amazing person. Amazing person. So I am super stoked to listen to her speak to us today. Let me stop my screen share so we can see her and hear her. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you, Amy, and I'm going to mute myself so that way you guys don't hear any background noise here and you can hear Amy 100%. Go ahead.
Yay. Thank you. I'm so nervous. I have my notes if you guys see me looking down. I'm actually hot. I'm so nervous. But so let me tell you how I became a coach first so you know my story. So I was the person that reached out to Tanya. I know we all wish we could get all of our customers that way. She was posting about Shakeology, and I was at a point in my life where I knew I needed to be healthier for my kids. I just didn't know how to do it. So I reached out to her. I got on the shakes. I kind of got screwed up with the ordering, and I canceled, and I went to Herbalife, and I did other stuff. And then I actually ended up going back to Shakeology. It was the most expensive one, but I learned you get what you pay for. Herbalife was like $30, but it was full of chemicals. And then they wanted to add this, add that, so you could get all the other good stuff, and you ended up paying more than Shakeology. So I signed back on. Tanya's goal was to have me coaching, and my goal was to just get the discount. She was sure I would love coaching. I didn't think I would. I didn't think it was for me. I thought it was a scam. I thought, what do I really have to do to get this discount? But I signed on, and then I joined her 30-day ARM group. It was an ARM group before the 21-day fix group started. And I fell in love with the challenge group. I loved it. I loved being a part of it. It held me accountable. I felt like, well, if I don't show up, all these people are going to think, bad of me. Like, who's this girl? Why is she in here? She's not doing anything. So it pushed me. So I fell in love with the challenge group. And then that's when I started saying I wanted to run challenge groups. I ran them consistently, but I didn't really do the personal inviting part. I didn't learn how to coach until me and Tanya went to my first summit. And that's kind of where things took off. Tara, Summit is amazing. It's like Super Saturday. That's why we say we need to get to these places. So long story short, Summit was a game changer for me, and I decided I want to do this. Me and Tanya put goals in place. We hit those goals for the next year, and that was it. That was how I started coaching. So then now she wants me to talk about structure and mindset, which it's really important because once I started putting those two things together, my business is moving. It's going places. I feel like structure and mindset are the two things that you have to make this business, to make any business. Like structure and mindset go hand in hand. We're all busy. We're very busy. We're stay-at-home moms, dads, have full-time jobs, part-time jobs. We're busy. So to do this extra side job, it's hard to fit it in. So this is where structure comes in. We've got to figure out how we can fit it in. I keep looking at my notes so I know where I'm at. So again, without like the structure and the mindset, it's just chaos. You're just running around crazy with all your things to do. So you have to have a plan to kind of have this business going. You got to figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it. We all know there's 4 things we have to do to run this business. It's the 4 vital behaviors. Those are the 4 things we have to do. We don't have to do anything else. We don't have to make the pretty pictures. We don't have to, have the best challenge group or make all these videos. We don't have to go the extra mile, but there are 4 things we have to do. And the first one that I wanted to talk about was the second vital behavior. You have to be proof of the product. If you're not doing your exercises every day, if you're not working out every day and you're not drinking your shakes every day, how are you going to tell somebody else they need to be doing it? You can't tell me to do something and you're not doing it. I know I'm the type of person that I'm just going to be like, okay, whatever, next. You know what I mean? You've got to be proof of the product. And you can't be proof of the product one week and be gone the next week because you're not serious about it. So nobody serious is going to want to be involved with you. If you're not doing it, you're a salesman. You're just selling it. So you're just trying to sell something. And that's not why I got into this. I mean, yes, I would like to make money and this to be full time, but I'm not just trying to sell things. I mean, I can go work in a retail store. I can go, you know what I mean? I really want to help people. Again, like I told you guys, I fell in love with the challenge group. So that number 2 of the vital behaviors is important. The second one, we have to invite. I've learned that posting events and posting on Facebook, yeah, you're getting a little exposure, but you're not inviting. Do you know how many people I have sent messages to that have said, thank you so much for sending me this message. I've wanted to talk to you for months and I don't know how to. You guys have got to send personal invites. That's something you also have to do. Number 3 is PD. That's going to go with mindset. I'm going to talk about that later. I thought that was crap. It's not. And the 4th one is recognize. You want to recognize your challenge groups. You want to recognize your challengers. You want to recognize your coaches. You want people to see this is real. This isn't something we do. We don't just decide to hang out on Saturdays and we have nothing better to do. This is real. We're really trying to do stuff. We're really trying to grow other people besides ourselves. So those are the 4 things that we have to do. So we have to figure out now how to do those things. Where are we going to put them? This is where structure comes in. It's got to be part of your daily routine. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter when, it matters where works for you. I know morning times, I'm crazy. I would love to do Miracle Morning. It's never going to happen for me. I get up between 5 and 5:30 every day, and I'm running crazy until we walk out the door at 6:45. And then I go to my job. Like, that's it. There is no morning time. So we all have things that, pick up kids at a certain time, appointments at a certain time. You guys all have things you have to do at a certain time. Why can't you do your business at a certain time? That's what I learned. So you have to come up with a schedule. So what I do, what works for me, is after I come home from my job, I have no kids for 2 hours. For 2 hours, that's where I work. Whatever I have to do, it's done in that 2 hours. The most important things are done first, which are the vital behaviors. If I have extra time, then I'll do the rest. There's some days that I'm so busy talking to people, I'll pick Annalise up from school, and then I'll do my workout. Because working out with kids isn't that bad, you know what I mean? My kids are old enough. Sometimes she'll join in, sometimes she'll nag me the whole time. Sometimes she falls down the steps and I have to stop. But that's life. It happens whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? So you've got to make sure, if this is important to you, you schedule it in and you make the time. It's like an appointment, like I said, just schedule it in. I have my planner and I write. It's highlighted. This is my beach body time. If you don't have an hour or you don't have 2 hours, the best thing I heard was power pockets instead of a power hour. That's amazing. Work in power pockets. Yesterday morning was the first time Annalise didn't want breakfast. She wanted breakfast at school. So I was like, okay, what do I do right now? I sat down and I did my note cards. So that's something I knocked out. When I came home from work, I had extra time to do other things. I made the pictures for Super Saturday. Extra time, I can do the extra pretty little fun things I love to do. So my point is, you just have to figure out where to fit these times in. Write it down. There was this exercise I did in a group, I don't remember where it was, where we actually wrote down the times, the days, and everything we did. And there were so many pockets that I was like, okay, I'm doing nothing there. I'm wasting that time. Do I really need 2 hours of TV? You know what I mean? You guys got to get your structure, get your schedule, figure it out, put it all together, and make this business work. Let me see, what else do I have in here? Okay, so pretty much the point is, when I have my schedule and I have the structure and I know what you need to do, there's no stopping me. I'm focused, I'm routine, I'm go. Like I said, you don't miss picking up your kids, you won't miss working your business. So then that's when it's all in your mind, right? So now we're going on to mindset. Back to mindset. If you tell yourself it's important, it's going to be important. Your kids are important. Your house is important. You're paying your bills are important. You don't miss that. Your business, it's important. You have to tell yourself that. Personal development was a joke to me. I mean, I still text Tanya and Heather. We have a success club, success partner text. Every night I have to text them, read my PD, because they know if I don't text them, I didn't do it. And I don't like reading. I'm not a reader. I hate reading. I'll read something, and really I'm thinking about the laundry and this and that, and I get to the next page and I'm like, well, who the hell is this person? And I got to go back. I'm not a reader. I hate it. But there's audiobooks, which are great. I do a lot of personal development with calls and stuff like that in my car on podcasts when I pick Annalise up. I'm in that car line an hour. That's an hour of personal development I can do, along with whatever I do at night. It's crazy how much my mind has grown in the past 2 years. Well, the first year I wasn't doing it, so I should probably say in that past year, off personal development. I mean, Lonnie's known me my whole entire life. She can tell you, I am a different person. The way I deal with things, the way I react to situations, the way I raise my daughter is completely different from what I've been doing my whole life. And it's easier, it's smooth, I'm not so crazy all the time and upset and uptight, you know what I mean? So you really should read personal development to open your mind, to make things easier for you. And one thing I have learned, don't just read what everybody tells you to read. You kind of have to read with what you're dealing with at that situation at that time. You know what I mean? I mean, personal development for your mind and thinking better, you should read all the time. That's kind of what I try to do at night. And then during, the podcast, I do more of like the business stuff. But you've got to go with, if you're struggling learning what network marketing is, you should be reading a book on that, not a book on leadership. So my point is, yes, there's a lot of stuff you can be reading, but you need to find what is working for you at that situation. Whatever you're struggling with at that time, you need to figure it out. Time manage it. If that's a problem, you need to find a book on that. It'll help you. It really will help you guys. I mean, I'm not a personal development. I still hate picking up my iPad. My books are on my iPad and reading them, but I learned so much from them. The other thing I wanted to tell you about mindset was you can really accomplish anything that you believe. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me last month that I wasn't going to bring up, but I'm going to bring up now. I was talking to Jennifer Greenberg, and we were talking about my struggles. I always have Jen and Mike. I text them like once a month to go look at my page and just look at it. Am I missing anything? Can you tell I'm a coach? Is there anything I'm slacking on? Just to get a little piece of advice from them. I do that often. So as we were talking, I was telling Jen how I was really struggling. And she was asking me questions, and I was like, I believe in this. I love helping people. I want to do this, but sometimes I just don't know if it's for me. She stopped me dead in my tracks, and she was like, that's your problem. She's like, you will never go anywhere. You will never do anything with your business until you believe in you. You need to stop doing everything, and you need to focus on you. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, it's me? I'm wrong? You know what I mean? And I started thinking about it, and I was like, she's right. How many times do you guys not send out personal invites because you're scared you're going to get a no? I still will send out an invite, and then when I see I have a message back, I'm like, oh God, I'm not going to open that right now. I don't want to open that right now. It's your mindset. We've got to get the mindset that, one, this is our business, so we can do whatever we want, make it however we want. But two, you've got to believe in ourselves. We've got to believe in ourselves. We have a products that we believe in, that work for us. Why not give them to everybody else? You know what I mean? I get people all the time who say, oh, that's not real. It's fake. It's this, it's that. And then I try to explain it to them. But you know what? If they're not ready, it's their loss. I honestly feel like that. I mean, yeah, I'd love to, make some extra money, get you on my team, but it's their loss. And in reality, I don't want a team of people who don't feel the way we feel. I want my team to be all same-minded, like-minded. I want us to better ourselves, to better other people. So you really have got to get in that focus that, one, you can do anything, and two, you have something to offer people. And once Jen told me that, and I thought about it, and I cried about it, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? Boom, everything changed. Tanya even called me and said, what's going on with you? Yesterday you were like this, and today I can see what changed you. And I told her, it's my mindset. I had to think about it, and that's when I put my structure together, and boom, my dog's climbing on me. It's going hand in hand. So my point is, say hi, Elsie. So my point is, structure and mindset go hand in hand. All right, you guys get that. You guys can do it. We can all do it, and I still struggle with different things, and there's still days I don't want to invite, but, there's a lot of people who think their business doesn't go anywhere and is not going to do anything, but you have to be real with yourself and ask, are you really trying? Are you really inviting people? I mean, me sharing events and hoping everybody sees it and comes to me and hopes, everybody says, like I did to Tanya, hey, what is that? I went in on that. That doesn't happen a lot. Dave called me. I was like, yay, I love Dave. You know what I mean? But that doesn't always happen like that. You have to reach out to people, and you have to know you're not being salesy. You really have something to offer to them. You've got to put that in your mind. You've got to know that about yourself. Because if you don't have confidence in you, nobody's going to have confidence in you. So I think I rambled long enough.
No rambling at all. That was awesome.
Sending it over to you.
That was awesome. Very, very awesome. And yes, to
but
piggyback.
I'm open to questions. Anybody has questions? Because I feel like I was going to cross off as I went. I don't know if you guys can see this, cross off as I went, and half the page isn't crossed off. So I don't even know if I made it, told you guys everything. But I'll answer any questions you guys have.
I do that all the time. And to piggyback, I was the same with personal development. That's all everybody told me to do. And I was just like, yeah, I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read 5 pages today. Mm-hmm. But they could tell I didn't read because nothing was changing. And then once I actually changed that and started doing it, because I'm like, yeah, how is reading a book going to help me build a business? Like, what is it going to tell me exactly what to say to people? Like, that was my mindset with personal development. And after I really started digging into it and listening to some, because I didn't have time to open a book, now I actually enjoy sitting down in my comfy red chair that I have and reading. I'll set the timer for like 10 minutes and I'll just read for that 10 minutes for a little bit. I listen to audiobooks while I'm making breakfast and lunches for the family, so at least I know I got some PD. And so if I don't get to sit down and read my book, I did something. Or I do the podcast like Amy does. I go back and listen to old national wake-up calls. For anybody that has a podcast app, if you do Team Beachbody, you can get all national wake-up calls that are on there. So you can listen to calls from before you ever even became a coach. They are great trainings. You're listening to top coaches in their business tell you how they got to where they got to. And if you listen, they all say the same thing. Confidence in their self, belief in themselves and the product, personal development. And I had to change my mindset a little because I felt like that too. I mean, I do come from a sales background, but Beachbody is not about selling. It's about helping. So it was a little hard for me because I didn't want to seem pushy. But then I had to tell myself, because there were some people that I would go to send a message to, and I'm like, no, they're not going to be interested. And I wouldn't send them the message. And Jen and Mike challenged me to send a message and invite everybody, whether I thought that they were interested or not. And the people that I thought would be interested weren't. And the people I thought weren't going to be interested were. So I couldn't make up their mind for them. I couldn't say what I thought they were going to do. So it kind of changed my mindset. You have to think of it as what you're holding on to with Shakeology and the programs and them learning nutrition and them having you, an amazing coach behind them, taking them every step of the way is a gift. Like, to me, by me holding on and not sharing this with somebody, which was my shake, not sharing that with somebody, not sharing the fact that me dancing for like 28 minutes is actually making abs grow on me that I knew were under there somewhere. They were just never popping out. If I don't share that, I'm being selfish. I'm not out there trying to help people. I'm being selfish and keeping it for myself if I'm not sharing it. And if they get upset with me for sharing it with them, their mindset's not there. I actually had a couple people, I'm sure you guys get the crickets of it's all blue on your message on Facebook because they're not responding to you. So I actually started asking them, like, I hope everything's okay. I hope I didn't upset you in some way by, me messaging you. Because a lot of times my messages are, hey, TGIF, I hope you have a great weekend. And they look at it and don't respond. I'm like, what? And a couple of them answered back and said, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me. I kind of am ignoring you because I know I need to get healthy. And I know you're the one that's going to get me there. And I'm putting myself on the back burner. So I have to ignore you to keep myself on the back burner. And they've actually told me that, which opens up a whole new conversation. Well, why are you putting yourself on a back burner? Like, you have to take care of you before you take care of other people. So it lets you add value to them in another way. It lets you help them in another way, which is helping them with their mindset. So just, you guys have a gift to share. So piggybacking what Amy said, you have to get your mindset where you know what you have to share with people. You know how amazing it is because you know how it makes you feel, and you just need to be confident in what you know it's done for you and share that with everybody.
I just wanted to add with the mindset, this is what, like, Summit was a game changer for me. Summit was a game changer for Tara because we were there. We were in the moment. We felt it. We saw all these people, all these lives, and they weren't there just to sell a challenge pack. Like, it's real people trying to help people. So team meetings, team calls, super Saturdays, anything you guys can get to be in the environment, that helps your mindset 100%. 100%. I mean, there's times when I'm just slacking and I'll call Heather and Lonnie and be like, we need a Dunkin' Donuts meeting. because I'm not working, nothing's coming up, but the three of us get together and then boom, the mindset starts going. So whoever you can get with, whoever Success Club partners, whatever you can do, whatever you can make it to, I highly suggest you guys get involved in as much as you can. Team calls. I wasn't listening to team calls. Then I started listening to team calls and I was like, damn, I want to be on that team call. Like I didn't want to miss it anymore because it's powerful. Your mind is powerful, guys. And it's taken me a long time to realize that.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And once you get in that mindset of where you need to be with the positivity, and life is negative. People are negative. And it's very hard to fight that off sometimes. It's hard to keep that positive mindset all the time. That's why it's a daily work. That's why you have to work at it every day. That's why you need to do some sort of personal development every day. Even if you weren't a Beachbody coach, personal development is very important to keep yourself happy and to keep yourself in that right mindset, because the negativity and downness and things like that attract just as quick as positivity. Like, just sit and think for a minute about your life and think about when you were at your most down part, or when you feel that you're slacking, or when you feel that you're struggling, or you just wake up that day and you're just like, oh, and you don't know why. And look around who you're surrounded with. Are they happy? Do they work where they want to work? Are they happy with the money they're making? Are they struggling with their bills? If you're surrounded by all of that, that's like, I feel like that weighs me down. I actually, since becoming a coach, have like spring cleaned my friends, I guess you can say. And I have really, even some of them are family, but if they're really negative, I don't associate with them all the time. Not because I think they're a bad person, but because they're not my type of person anymore. Like, I've outgrown them, I guess you can say. Because I only want that happiness and that positivity. I got this one shot at life and I want it to be happy. I want it to be fun. I want to surround myself by people that want to lift me up. And if I'm having a bad day, they know exactly what to say to be like, smack out of it. What is your problem? Like, you have this and you have this and you have, like, to remind me. I don't want the people that see me down and they want to pull me down even more, because then it makes them feel better. So, God, life is so hard. So if you can get the mindset and the positivity with the personal development down, it doesn't just help your business. It helps everything. Like Amy had said, she feels like she's a better mom. She's different with the way she raises her daughter. I'm the same way. Like, I find myself when I'm giving my daughter advice, if she's having an issue with one of her friends or whatever, I find myself giving her advice that I would give to any one of you guys. Like, I'm talking to her like as if I would be talking to Tara, and Tara's talking to me about something. And then I hear my daughter, it's a ripple effect. One of her friends, they're on FaceTime and they're talking about a problem. And I hear my daughter give my advice to her friend. I mean, identical to what I would tell her to do, and how look at it at the positive side. Or maybe if you do this, you can help change that person. Don't go to the negative side with them. Bring them over and make them positive. And I'm like, oh my God, I did that. I taught her that at a young age, and it took me to get into my 40s to learn that. So the fact that I can triple it down to her with that ripple effect and teach her what I've learned as an adult that she's learning as a teenager, to me is a big deal. It's going to make her life even better, because she's going to have that mindset as she grows. She doesn't have to wait to learn as an adult. So it's everything. It's like, anybody who has read, raise a hand, who has read Compound Effect on this team? Okay. It's just like that. Compound effect can be, it's all about the little tiny small changes you make that make a big impact over a period of time. So it could be small bad changes. It'll make a huge bad impact, or small little changes. Like, okay, you want to change your nutrition? Let's cut out half the soda you drink and add water. That small impact over so many months is going to make a big change. But if you added more soda, it's going to make a big change for the opposite. Does that make sense? That's what the Compound Effect is about. It is an amazing book. So if you have not read it yet, I know they have it on Audible, which is audio. I actually listened to it when I did one of my, I think it was one of the Coach Basics groups. They were listening to it and reading it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to read it with them. It can't hurt me. I've listened to the book hundreds of times. I actually heard him speak at my very first summit. He was awesome to hear live. I highly recommend that book for any of you, because it will not just help you with your business. It will help you in your life with just your mindset. And I think that's why Beachbody focuses on personal development, because Beachbody, the company, came together to help people better themselves. And that's what personal development does. It betters you. So even if you're not signed as a coach, like in some of my challenge groups, I do talk about personal development. And if I have people struggling with depression or things, I try to think of a book that I think I have read that has helped me with that. Like when I have women that are having a hard time, they feel down, I have them read You Are a Badass. In my challenge group, they're not even coaches. Sometimes they're not even my customers. And I'm talking to them and I'm like, did you ever think about reading or listening to an audiobook? Because I have a book in mind that helped me when I struggled, and I think it could help you. Because we're in this business to help people. And Beachbody is just that platform that we have to use to help them. So anything that we can do to help them, you know, to them is a big thing. Like, can you imagine somebody who's not even a customer to you and you're helping them read personal development to make them feel better? You know, they're already reading. They're already doing what we do as coaches. So, Amy, I thought that was wonderful. I thought you did a great call. Thank you so much for getting on and talking.
Thank you.
You did a really, really good job. And you really hit a lot of very, very important things. And like she said, these team calls, I know it's hard to get up early on Saturday morning. Are you kidding? My alarm goes off and I'm like, oh, I want to sleep another hour. But, you know, I feel that with this business, you don't slack on the weekends. That doesn't mean you work all day. I get up, I do my power hour, and then I go and enjoy my day with my family. Because this isn't just a Monday through Friday thing. You know, it's a little bit each day. And for me, because I love it so much, I don't feel like I'm working. I actually enjoy talking to all these new people and meeting new people and getting to know them and sharing with them what I do and sharing with them how much coaching has changed my life. You know, I know.
Tanya, can I just say something real quick about
Absolutely.
the PD? So just a suggestion for everybody. I know that some people think that PD authors can be kind of hokey. There was a guy at Summit. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk. Mm-hmm. I recommend it to guys. I recommend it to people that aren't so fluffy and flowery, as I am not a fluffy and flowery kind of girl. He's very real. He came from, for lack of a better word, shit. He made himself thousands of dollars when he was like 12 years old selling baseball cards, and he doesn't pull punches. He has an awesome podcast. He has a great YouTube channel. So if you guys are looking for something that isn't so granola, maybe check out I think it's Gary V. It's at Gary V on like Instagram and stuff, but his name is Gary Vaynerchuk.
If you hashtag Ask Gary V.
YERNCHUK, I think.
His Snapchat is pretty awesome too. If you go follow him on Snapchat, he's freaking amazing. I remember years ago, like one of the first books I think I read by him was Crushing It. Mm-hmm. And it was phenomenal. I remember telling Amy and Heather, you have to read this right now because it was amazing. So yeah, and he always posts stuff like every day. He's posting something.
Did you read Jab, 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 Right Hook?
Yeah.
So I haven't read either one of the two. Which one would you recommend me reading first?
Crushing It.
Okay.
Crush It.
Jab, Jab, Right Hook is more of teaching you how to post on social media to where you're not salesy, how to do breadcrumbs, you know, to keep them engaged and keep them interested in what you're posting, you know, not to put it all out there in one post type thing. Mm-hmm. That's what Jab, Jab, Right Hook is about. I didn't read Crushing It, so I don't know if Lonnie, you want to kind of summarize.
I actually found it on YouTube as an audiobook because I listen to audiobooks at work all day, and it was amazing. And then I think when I went to go send the link to Amy and Heather, it was like gone.
Yeah, because people catch on.
So it might be back. I mean, that was like a year ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I just subscribe to his podcast.
Yeah, he has a podcast too. And if you go on Instagram and you hashtag Ask Gary V,
I follow him on Instagram.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you'll find him that way because he doesn't Ask Gary V and he does this whole like question and answer thing. But he's awesome. I've actually, I've done a couple of his. He has like some little 30-day training things and stuff like that he does. So I get a lot of emails and stuff from him. He is awesome to listen to. He's one of those people that, you know, he's dropping the F-bomb.
I was going to say, he's not for the faint of heart.
So if you don't like cursing, you won't be interested in his type of personal development. But if you're somebody that's like, you know, that's how you talk already, or you just want it real, like you don't want sugarcoat, you don't need somebody to bake you a cake and draw you a pretty picture. You just need somebody to tell it like it is. He's the type of person that you want to listen to. Yeah, and the lady, God, Amy, what is her name? The one that wrote You Are, I have the book right here.
Jen Sincero.
Yeah. She is the same way, female version. The way she writes was so easy for me to read. I actually read this whole book. And for me to say that I read a book this thick, that I actually sat down and read it, I didn't listen to it. I sat down and actually turned the pages and little highlighted marks because I was interested. She writes the same way. I felt like it was me or one of my friends that wrote this book. So as I'm reading it, I feel like it was one of my friends giving me advice. So it was a very easy read. So she is like the female version of Gary, for me anyways. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, but she's very like dead on, no sugarcoat, tell it like it is, you know. I don't need you to, you know, brush my hair and, you know, make me feel pretty while you're telling me what I should do. I just need you to tell me.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I'd fall asleep. She's.
I know. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
I know there's a lot of new people, and I don't know who's done the 30-day push, which Charlene is just amazing. Yeah. So we're talking about mindset and, you know, organization and goals and scheduling. That 30-day push, and we did it how many times? Like 3 times. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I got the book. I still do this, like stuff from her every day.
I actually was thinking, yeah.
It's free. It's online. You go to 30-day push.
30-day push. I was actually thinking about doing a group for any coaches that might want to do that. Even it could be
her actual book, but she has like on this website, and you get an email every day of a task that you have to do, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It was a game changer for me when I had done it, and then we did it a few times, like as little small groups. So if anybody is interested in actually doing that, I can put a group together on Facebook, or we can even just do a Facebook message thread, whichever you guys feel would be easier for you, to where we all, you know, I'll put the link, whether it's in a group or a message thread, so we can all get started on the same time. Pick a day that we're going to start and do it for the 30 days. It'll help you guys with structure. It'll help you guys with time management. It'll help you guys with prioritizing what you need to be working on. You set that big goal. You set the small goals to get to the big goal. So it really helps with a lot of that. I think it's good even for seasoned coaches to do it. So, you know, maybe that's something we could do as a team. So that way, if you're having a hard time figuring out what to do for a specific task, we're all there together to help each other. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know. I'll post in the team page and you guys can comment so I know about how many people would want to do that. But it is very helpful. It's very, very helpful. No matter how many times you do it, it's still, because your things that you write down end up being a little bit different each time.
Yep.
So it's very, very helpful. So that was a good thing to bring up, Lonnie. Thank you. Did anybody have any questions for Amy? With anything that she talked about? Mindset or schedule or anything like that? I could definitely tell the difference with her from 1 month to the other when her mindset changed. You know, August was awesome for her. You know, she was talking to people and, you know, she was helping more people and stuff like that because she had her mind where she wanted to be. You know, but it's a big thing. And it's hard sometimes to hear you're the reason why you're not getting where you want to be. You know, that's a hard pill to swallow. But once you hear it and you can actually accept that and be coachable, you know, it makes a big difference.
I don't really have a question, but I have a comment for especially like the newer coaches. 2 things. Do not underestimate what Amy and Tanya are saying about getting to events. They were with me at Summit. I don't need to say anything other than 180-degree change. I went from being this person that wanted it to a person that was like, nobody else is going to do it, so I got to do it. Along that same thread is my second comment about in the personal invites. I do my one-on-one calls with Tanya on Friday morning. We were talking about invites, and I got to a point where I think that a light kind of went off, because there's one particular woman that I know. I've been chatting with her. She's like, you're so inspiring. I just thought it, and I think about you I think about you all the time, whatever. I tried to register her for her free account, and her email address was signed up under another coach. Now, whether she got it just by signing up for Beachbody, so she got, like based on a lead, she will not approach the subject of the fact that she is signed up with another coach. And I have asked her at least 4 times in the last 2 days, like, hey, do you want to switch coaches? I don't want to step on this coach's feet. I'm glad that I help you, whatever. Because she messaged me the other day. She's like, oh, I was just thinking about you. I just purchased Country Heat and I just got it. I was like, finally, Tanya said to me, send her the message basically of, okay, this is why I like Gary Vee. Shit or get off the pot, right? If you want my help, then you need me to be your coach. And I said to her, you know what? I am going to send it, because guess what? If she doesn't want me to be her coach, I'm not going to give her any more value. That's it. You want my value, then you need to respect the fact that I have a time. I can't waste my time helping somebody that doesn't want my help. Right. So that's the same thing as like chasing these people. You put it out there. You put out what you want. You invite these people. The worst thing that they can say is no. And believe me, a lot of times they don't say no. They're like, not right now. The follow-up question is, do you mind if I contact you the next time I'm doing a group? And they're like, absolutely. So just do it. What do you have to lose? How many times do you get told no every day?
Exactly. It's true. The last 2 girls that I just signed, a year ago, I started talking to them, and it was always, no, don't have time. I'll let you know when I'm ready. And sure enough, they both messaged me and said, I think I'm ready. And it took a month of more talking, but they came back,
Amy told me no for 6 months.
I did.
I didn't give up on her because I knew it was something she wanted, but she kept telling me, nope, for 6 months. Yep. I timed that shit. No, I'm just kidding. I just knew it was 6 months. But no, that's so true. And there was an analogy that Jen had done a while back of a waitress analogy where, when the waitress or waiter comes to your table, and they ask you if you want something to drink, or they ask you if you want coffee with your dessert or whatever, and you're just like, no, thank you. Does that mean you never want a drink and you never want coffee with your dessert? Absolutely not. That just means not right now. And what does the waitress do later? She comes back, is everything okay? Did you change your mind? Do you want something to drink or whatever? And then what do you say? Yeah, actually, I would like a glass of water.
Where the girls at?
So the waitress doesn't give up. She just goes, okay, no problem, and goes on to the next table and says, hi, how are you guys doing? Would you guys like something to drink? Would you like an appetizer? You know what I mean? So you got to keep that waitress analogy in mind. They're not saying no to you unless they say, I will never buy a Beachbody program. Please do not ask me this again. You keep asking. Another book that is great for that mindset is Go for No. I actually listened to the audio on the way home from Tennessee, and it even helped my husband in his business. Yeah, he's a coach on our team, kind of. But it helped him with his school business. He listened to that. I made him listen to it. I almost did my normal thing of, I was like, oh, I'm driving now. We're going to listen to a personal development book, because I won't fall asleep because I'm driving. And I could hear him roll his eyes. So I almost didn't put it on. I was like, you know what? No, I need to listen to this book. I'm in this car for however many hours from Tennessee to home. I got to do some PD. And we listened to it. And I kind of forced him to listen to it. Then the next day he texted me, he goes, babe, I did Go for No in my head every time before I spoke to somebody. And my numbers were double what they normally are on a Monday morning. Because you go for that no. That's what I do. I look for that no. I want them to give me an answer. Whether it's yes or no, give me an answer. Don't read my message and not say anything. Don't change the subject and say something else. Answer my question. So I look for that no now since reading that book. Like, I want to hear it. Tell me no, because then at least I know I've planted that seed in your head that I run health and fitness groups online. I know that you know now that this is what I do because you've responded. So I know you read it and you comprehended what I asked you. Does that make sense? So go for the no is a big thing. And I love that waitress analogy that Jen, I think Scotty had told it to her and then she had told it to me. But it was a real like, oh yeah, that's true. The waitress will come around, I say no, but then she comes around, I'm like, yeah, I changed my mind. I want the brownie. Yeah, I want dessert now. You came back and asked me again because all I care about is dessert because you asked me about it. So now that's what's in my head is that I want dessert. Meanwhile, I came here saying I didn't want dessert, and then you change your mind. So it's the same thing. Unless they flat out tell you, don't ask me this ever again. I do isogenics and I'll never leave isogenics. So don't ask me about doing Shakeology ever again. Then that's when you don't ask them about Shakeology, but that doesn't mean you stop talking to them. Still talk to them. You don't know what's going to change in their life. Life changes so quickly, but you don't have to ask them about Shakeology anymore, but you can keep tabs with them. You could see how isogenics is working for them. You could ask them. That's only going to give you knowledge of other products that are out there. So when other people ask you, well, how does it compare to this? You could say, well, I've never tried it if you haven't, because I've never tried it. I've never tried isogenics, but I have a friend that does it and this is what she says. And then I drink Shakeology and this is how it makes me feel. So at least you have information and knowledge of other products.
One of my coaches is an ex-isogenics. So.
Yep. All right, nobody has any more questions? Everyone's good? If anybody is having a problem with their schedule, well, when we do that 30-day push, that'll help you guys. But if anybody has a problem with your schedule, if you want to run your schedule by me, I actually just did that with Amber and Krista, and I'm doing it with Denise and Adriana right now, Lucy. They send me like their schedule and I try to help them find where they can put extra things where it might be wasted time. Like when you're driving to work, are you listening to 99.9 Kiss Country or are you listening to some sort of personal development, whether it's on XM radio and you're listening to, Joel Osteen, or you're listening to another talk radio show that's some sort of personal development that's adding value to you. So there are times in the day where you can be multitasking. When I'm cooking or I'm packing lunches or I'm listening to some sort of audio, whether it be a podcast, whether it be, something else. So Lucy's hanging upside down. She's so cute. I keep seeing her pop up in the box upside down. Jared's hanging her by her feet. So like if you guys need help with any of that stuff, I am here. You don't even have to text me first or message me first. Just write down your schedule, screenshot it, and send it to me. And I know if Amy's your upline, she's the same. Take a screenshot of it and send it to her. Let her look at your schedule and let her see how she can help you squeeze in stuff, because we are super busy too. And listen, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Nobody else, none of these top coaches have 26 hours and they get a special couple hours. We all have the same time in a day. It's just everybody's utilizing their time differently. And that's how they're able to get extra things done. I still work full time, but I'm a sales rep now for the same office. So my hours are a little different. I do Beachbody full time and I do that along with it. So I have worked at that desk full time and I know how it is to be stuck in a cubicle and have to do your work. And so I know how I did it and built my business working Beachbody part-time. So I can help any of you. Same with Amy. She worked full time. Now she's working part-time. So she has different schedules that she's used. So utilize those tools and let all of us help you. Reach out to anybody that you're comfortable with on the team for anything you need. And if you want a success partner, reach out to your upline. I'm sure they have somebody in mind that they would love to pair you up with. I just paired up a bunch of my coaches with other coaches for success partners. And it's helping them all in a great way. Like right now, I know I have Natalie and Tara paired up, and they're working closely together. So, and Amber and Krista are paired up, and I have Denise and Adriana paired up. It's great to have a partner to bounce off of. It's great to be able to text and be like, okay, I've done my follow-ups. I've done my invites. I posted about my challenge group. I scheduled this post. I did this. Like, it feels good. You feel accomplished when you can tell somebody everything you've done for your business. It's just like when you go to your boss and you're like, here's my checklist. I got everything done. It feels empowering and it feels good. So you want to be paired up with somebody that has the same things in mind with the business, because then you're also helping that person. So it feels good to be able to lead and help that person also, and to be able to feel like you've made a change for them as a coach, and you watch them succeed and you watch them get points on the board and you feel extra proud because that's your success partner. So it helps you as well as it helps them. So it's really good to have. I've always had a partner in this business. My partners have always changed, but I've always had a partner in some shape or form in this business for accountability and for support. And I could tell you it has helped tremendously. If you don't have a partner and you want one, reach out to your upline and say, okay, who can I partner with? And it doesn't have to be someone on our team. It doesn't have to be somebody that's on, Get Fit or any of our other smaller groups. It could be somebody on the big umbrella under Fit Family, somebody that they know you might mesh well with. I've partnered with people on different teams all the time. It's good to get different mindsets together. You learn a lot from what other team leaders are teaching their team. And that's how we all grow in this business. So that's all I had to say. I didn't know, Amy, if you had anything else you wanted to talk about, or anybody had any coaches or anything that they wanted to say, or maybe a book you're reading that you think is awesome that you might want to share with the team so somebody can get some book ideas. Everybody on this, show of hands, who is reading a book right now or listening to a PD book right now?
Just textbooks count.
Yeah, I know.
It's not only personal development, it's professional development too. So
Yep, I was just going to say it's bettering you as a person. So it still counts as reading for something that's bettering you as a person. If you are not reading a book, reach out to one of us on maybe something you might be struggling with. My first book in the business I read was GoPro. And then Compound Effect. GoPro is a really, really good book. I highly recommend that book. That and Compound Effect are great if you want to help your mindset with helping your business from the get-go. If you are somebody that needs to be personally lifted, I would say to try to pick a different book. Like You Are a Badass is a great book for that. To personally lift you. For women, Girl Code is awesome. That's a really good book too. So just reach out. If you need book ideas, post it in our team page. Okay, guys, this is my struggle. What book can I read? Because that's how I read too, like Amy said. I first started with GoPro and Compound Effect, but then from there it was like, okay, I'm struggling with like girl empowerment. Like I don't feel empowered. I don't feel like I'm worth anything. So then I started reading more girl and women empowering books. And that helped me as like a woman leader. And I'm a CEO of my own business. I need to have that mindset. So as me, it was hard for me. Good morning, bud. It was hard for me. So I read some of those books and it helped. So you just have to find something that's going to help you with what you're struggling with at that time. Because if it's something that you're not struggling with, you're not really going to get anything out of it. You're just reading words. You're not going to comprehend it because it's not going to interest you. So, all right, let's see. If nobody has anything else, I think we can end our call. And again, another big, huge thank you to Amy.
Hi, honey.
I'm reading, hi, honey. I'm reading our success partner is letting us know what she did as she's on the call. She's multitasking. She's listening and she's getting her power hour work done, which is awesome. Good job, Heather. Good job. She invited over 20 new people to her free group while we were on this call. So that is awesome. Great job. Very great job. And she got 2 responses already while we're on the call. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, utilize your time wisely. It's okay if you're answering messages back or going into your challenge groups while we're doing this call. I mean, yeah, you're going to take notes, but you can multitask. You can listen to what we're saying and get some stuff done so you can go and enjoy your day with your family. Where's my calendar? I just want to update you on next week's call. I wonder what next week's call. It's our power hour. So what we're going to do on next week's call is we will do that work together. I will walk you through doing your power hour, especially for newer coaches where maybe you don't even know what to do for power hour. And you're probably like, what is power hour? I know people used to say some of these words, some of this coach lingo. And I'm like, I don't understand what they're saying. I don't understand power hour. I don't understand this. So I will walk you through it. I will tell you, okay, I'm going to set the timer for this time. Go ahead and add this many people. Walk you through, tell you, okay, I want you to send this message to these people to invite them. And for those of you that work well off of checklists, I would like you to go into our team page, the GetFitCrew team page, go under files. It's the third one down, and it's Power Hour. Print that. I just had Tara print that when we spoke yesterday. Print that and work off of that. It'll tell you, personal things that you should do. As a Power Hour, it'll tell you business things that you should be doing to help yourself. And then you can have that printed, and we can utilize that during our Power Hour call next week. So it'll be 8 a.m. sharp, and we will get started. We probably won't do the whole hour. If I remember, I think we did like a power half hour. So we didn't take up too much time, and then you guys all finished on your own after. So I just kind of play that one by ear of how everybody feels. If you guys want to stay on the call and keep working, we stay on the call and keep working. But again, I want to thank you guys all for getting up, and everyone's in their video. So if anybody wants to take out their phones to utilize and do a post, take a picture of the team call, go ahead. Everyone smile because I see phones out.
Heather's hiding.
Saturday. Yeah, Heather's hiding. There she is.
All right, hold on. Come on.
I had to move my camera around.
Keep smiling. Natalie's doing one.
Hold it.
There you go.
I don't have everybody.
Saturday mornings are a great way to post about what you feel you get from these calls, and it's a way to tell people that you are a coach and this is a business. Some people don't understand. They just think, oh, you drink Shakeology and work out. That's cool. And then they go online and they research it and they buy it, and they had no idea that you could have been the one to help them. So it's a great way to explain what you do without being businessy on your Facebook page. Does that make sense? Because I know my big thing is being salesy and businessy. I don't like that. But I love to share what we do as a team. Also for the local coaches, next Sunday is our team meetup. So any of the local coaches, I'll be posting and sharing about that again. Michelle has opened up her house to us. So we are going to have a big pool bash. We're going to do potluck. So for the ones that are going, if you could start posting in there what you want to bring so we can have an idea of what foods we'll have. And I'm super excited to hang out with everybody. Hopefully most of the local coaches can be there. Maybe we'll do a Zoom from there for the coaches that can't be there, so you guys can feel that you're there. We'll jump in the pool for you.
Amy, are you bringing pasta salad?
I may not be going.
It depends on if she can.
Don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
Don't like you. No, don't talk to me.
I will make you pasta salad, though.
Nope. I wanted it on the 18th.
She's like, all right, there you go, Amy. If you can't make it, make your pasta salad. Make it. Have Heather bring it for you. Hopefully,
I can make pasta salad. I can make the pasta salad if Amy doesn't come.
Okay.
I know the recipe.
Okay. Perfect. We still want Amy there, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's not a team get together if Amy's not there.
Please. I'm going to try.
I know you will.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Should be back in time for it.
Okay. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your Saturday.
All right.
Amber and Krista, stay on so we can do our coach call. And everybody else, have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Bye.
Thanks again.
Bye, guys.